Imagine a world where the creativity of every child is fostered. 2 years ago, I went to buy a door handle for my car. I wandered into this random used auto parts store in East LA and met a 9-year-old boy named Kane, who'd taken over his dad's shop with this elaborate arcade he built using nothing but cardboard and his imagination. Here's a glimpse of Kane's arcade.
My name's Kane, and I'm 9 years old. My arcade is called Kane's Arcade. It's open on weekends only, and it's really cheap.
Kane spent summer vacation coming to work with me. We sell auto parts in East LA.
My dad has a lot of boxes back there, so I cut them up and make my arcade games out of it. My first game I made, the basketball hoop I got at Shaky's Pizza.
He started from that little game, and little by little, they started getting fancier and fancier.
My next game I built was a soccer game. First of all, it didn't have no goalies. People said it was too easy, so I bought army goalies, those are my blockers. I thought, is it easy now?
I met Kane randomly. I had to get a door handle for my 96 Corolla, so I pulled into this used auto parts store, and I just came across this elaborate cardboard arcade. I asked him how much it was to play. He's like, for $1 you get 4 turns, but for $2 you get a fun pass. Cool. How many turns do you get a fun pass? You get 500 turns for a fun pass. I got a fun pass.
I got tokens, my business cards, and prizes. The first prizes, I used my own toys, like the cars were my own toys. I used to like Hot Wheels when I was little.
And I'm playing like miniature soccer, miniature basketball. And then when you'd score a point, he would crawl into the box and he pulls out these little tickets out of the side of the cardboard. And I was like, this kid's a genius.
I loved Kane's arcade. I went back to play, he wasn't there. And I asked his dad if I could make a short film about his son's arcade. His dad said Kane would love that, but you should know you've been Kane's first and only customer. That's when I learned Kane had been coming all summer, every day, asking people to play, and nobody had stopped. And that broke my heart, so I decided to organize a surprise flash mob of customers to make Kane's day. I posted an event on Facebook, it went viral, it hit the front page of Reddit. This is a little bit of what happened when hundreds of people came to play.
The plan is, I'm gonna take Kane to Shaky's Pizza. We're gonna play some arcade games. We're gonna eat lunch while Nirvan sets up a big surprise party. Kane has no idea what we're doing. And when we get back, he's had the biggest surprise of his life.
And the idea is just to get as many people as we can to come out to Kane's arcade and just make his day.
Kane's dying to have one customer show up to his arcade. So Kane is to be the most surprised little boy in the whole wide world.
Hey, you ready? In about a minute, he's gonna arrive here.
Hey Kane, can we go home early today? We had no customers today.
No.
No? Come on. Your dad's tired.
No can do.
No can do. We're back, Kane. Wow. What's going on over here? Huh? We finally got some customers here.
Okay.
Oh, Kane's Arcade. It's the best cardboard arcade ever been made. Grab yourself a fun pass and y'all come on down and play. If you got the plug to try your luck, get on down to Kane's Arcade.
At the end of the film, I made a website and I invited people to chip into a scholarship fund for Kane. My original goal was to raise $25,000. The first day the film was posted online, it got over 1 million views, and we raised over $60,000 on day one. To date, over 8 million views. We've raised over $236,000 for Kane who's going to college. Tens of thousands of people from around the world have traveled to Kane's Arcade to buy a fun pass. And Kane and I have gotten to travel around the world and share the story. He was the youngest speaker at the Cannes Lions International Festival of Creativity in France. He was the youngest entrepreneur to speak at the USC Marshall School of Business. He got the Latino Spirit Award from the California State Assembly. And he was the youngest speaker at TEDx Teen here in New York, where his face lit up a billboard in Times Square, mirroring his own billboard in East LA for his arcade that he now has. The mayor of Los Angeles visited Kane's Arcade. Kane quickly added him to his staff. And Kane was given a cardboard key to the city. But what was really magical to me was the response from kids around the world, who after seeing the film started to unplug, pick up a cardboard box, and play. Here's a little bit of what happened.
Finally, tonight, we have a great story out of Los Angeles, East LA to be precise.
When you're a lonely 9-year-old boy, an empty cardboard box can be a universe of possibility.
I found this great story. I want to share it with you.
They're lining up to play at his cardboard arcade.
This kid made his own arcade.
And the internet has been flooded with response videos.
I get 10 tries.
Okay, this is me, Jojo Roman. I made this simple machine.
It's called Tilt-A-Ball.
Nice!
Awesome.
Where's my piano?
This is a 4-year-old who loves cardboard copy machines, and he's actually inside there with a flashlight. He draws whatever his parents put on the top, spits it out the side, makes the sound. This really magical response from around the world. And the question to me was, how can you take this moment and turn it into a movement? 2 days after the film went viral, I didn't sleep, and I wrote a mission statement on a napkin, trying to start a nonprofit that would find, foster, and fund creativity and entrepreneurship in more kids like Kane. 5 days after the video was posted, the Goldhirsch Foundation gave us a $250,000 grant to start what's become the Imagination Foundation. Here's a little bit of what we did in the first 6 months.
So the Imagination Foundation's mission is to find, foster, and fund creativity and entrepreneurship in kids like Kane. After we started the foundation, the first thing we did is we hit the ground running with a school pilot program. Within the first 2 months, over 100 schools in 9 countries participated using project-based learning to teach kids math, science, and engineering.
One of the greatest challenges I think we face in education is tapping into children's natural powers of creativity. And one of the appeals of Kane's Arcade is it's demonstrating how deep those powers are and how readily people will rise to the challenge if you give it to them.
So we decided to give kids a global cardboard challenge, inviting kids around the world to build anything they wanted using cardboard, recycled materials, and their imagination. This was launched 6 months after the film. 3 weeks after being launched, there were over 270 events organized in 40 countries around the world.
I told Kane that when I was a kid, I also built cardboard rockets. These were space capsules that we could actually fly in our backyard. And here I am, many years later, and I'm still building spacecraft. But this one, a real one that landed on Mars. Childhood imagination will take you from cardboard to this in just a few years.
The Global Cardboard Challenge is an annual event ongoing, and you can find out more about it at cardboardchallenge.com. It culminates in a global day of play that happens on the anniversary of the flash mob we did for Kane, where communities around the world come together and celebrate the creativity of kids everywhere. The first year we did this event, there were over 11,000 kids that took part. We just had our second Cardboard Challenge day of play. There were nearly 80,000 kids in 43 countries, so it grew over 700%. Thanks. By next year, our goal is to engage 1 million kids in 70 countries in creative play, and we invite you all to take part. I want to share 3 quick lessons that I learned from getting to hang out with an awesome kid like Kane. First, every child is gifted, but we're missing it. When I first met Kane, his dad shared with me that he was behind in reading, and his school actually thought he was slow and wanted to hold him back a year. Since this has all happened, not only has his grades improved, he's stopped stuttering, and he's now considered the gifted child that he's always been. But there are kids like Kane everywhere. We need to foster the creativity of every child, giving them the skills not only to build the worlds they imagine, but to also imagine the worlds they can build. Second, any moment can be a movement. This literally started when I went to buy a door handle for my car. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact, and it doesn't take much to change the life of a child. And third, probably most important, always buy the Fun Pass. It's an awesome deal. Thank you very much.